I'm just gonna go ahead and shoot another really short video right now because I feel like it. Like, I'm just sitting here eating, and I uploaded the one, started uploading it about an hour and a half ago. If you hear something in the background, that's somebody that keeps riding around out here. I don't know what their damn deal is, but it's annoying as fuck. Like, it's not gonna kill them to cut their music down. But, anyways, yay, they're gone. But, I just watched this video, this guy pretty much talking about religion and about when to know if God is calling you, like, to date people and shit. And I watched it, and I'm just like sitting there listening, and I'm like, okay, this is good, that's great, that's wonderful. I agree. Here comes the fucking music playing in the background again, whether y'all can hear it or not. If you watch this, I want to beat this person's speakers in with a damn baseball bat. Like, it's annoying. But, anyways, so I watched this video talking about that, just doing my own thing and whatever. And it's like, it's only a sin whenever you feel that God's not calling you to do, whatever. And I literally just summed up, like, the one thing that I did that, like, this person that I was romantically interested in, just fucking flipped their wig, I guess, about. And I shouldn't laugh about it, or smile about it, because it wasn't funny, and it wasn't even funny on my end. But it's just, humor is a way that I've always dealt with awkward situations, especially when most people don't want to talk about them. And I always do. But anyways, so right up under it, like, literally, and YouTube, and I get it, and I get just everything, and, like, talking about things clashing and stuff. And, like, I've said in a previous video or whatever, I mean, maybe I was supposed to be a lesbian from day one, or what the fuck ever, technically, but then again, not, because I wouldn't have my daughter. And anything without my daughter in it, is not something I want to be part of. And so everything happens for a reason, but it's like, if that's the case, like I said in a previous video, talking about, the possibility of me always being to where it's like, yeah, I'm going to wind up being gay, or whatever. And then putting that out, and then there's these ads that keep popping up, like as video suggestions or whatever. And it's talking about how marriage, between the LBGT or whatever community, it's permitted in all 50 states, but in 31 states, people can still discriminate, against the fact that you're in that type of relationship or whatever. And then I have a friend on Facebook that's this girl that I met at work, and I felt like I knew her before, but now I see that it may have been somebody else or whatever. But me and her, like, I don't want to say we became close, because we didn't, but, like, we just had a mutual understanding, I guess, like, respect, I guess I respected her, and she picked up on it, and so she was respectful towards me a little bit more than she may have been somebody that she would have, I guess, completely hated, is the best way to word it. And, like, she teased me there for a little bit, because our first names are the same, and she's like, drop off the H and split that what's left down the middle, and what do you have? And she's like, we're meant to be gay, And I was like, you're so horrible. And she's like, it's in our name. And I was like, oh my God, shut up. And like, she would tease me about that for, like, she teased me about that for like 2 weeks or whatever. But it's like, one day she come out of the office crying, And I've always been a tender-hearted person, and everything. And I'm like, hey, what's wrong? And I hug people, and it's nothing to hug people, and they're upset and stuff like that and everything. And I'm like, hey, what's wrong, And I was like, do you need a hug, And so I hugged her and she cried for a minute. And what had happened is she dropped something on her toe and about broke her fucking toe or whatever. And so she was just like tore up. And she's like, let me show you. So she took me in the office and she showed me, and her toe was all fucked up and everything. And I was like, oh my God, and I was like, you need to go home and everything. And then there was another time that she was just having a really bad day because she deals with like a lot of anxiety and stuff. And she just like literally kind of had a meltdown at work. And, I just was like, you need a hug, because she was trying to hold back crying. And sometimes when you're trying to hold back crying, from my experience, sometimes I know that it's better to actually just go ahead, receive a hug, cry for 3 to 5 minutes over it, and then it's done. And she's like, she's just kind of like, and I just hugged her and she cried or whatever and stuff. And I was like, it'll be okay. And so, like, she's been in this relationship with her partner for, God, I don't know how long. Like, they've raised their kids together. And so 10 years, I guess, or longer or whatever. And I actually wrote her one morning not too long ago, a few weeks ago, because I was having a meltdown. And I was like, you know what? She popped up on Messenger, and I'm all about signs and signals. And she popped up on Messenger, and she's gay, and I'm dealing with kind of the gay situation. And I was like, fuck, I need somebody to talk to. So I just wrote her. And then she ended up telling her partner, what all I'd said and everything. And then her partner's like, oh my God, and her partner, like, she even wrote me and she's like, my partner's crying because of what you said, And I'm just like, fuck, I'm so sorry, because I was like, I'm gonna kill myself. I was like, everybody hates me. I was like, nobody likes me, nobody cares about me, and she's like, you got my girlfriend over here crying, and I was like, I was just like lost and everything. And so I ended up, like, she ended up going to work, and I ended up talking to her partner like for 2 or 3 hours that day and everything and stuff. And now they're on my Facebook, but her partner, like, lost custody of the kids, I think, there for a while at some point in time. And so we got to talking about that and about me not having my daughter. And she's like, you can't trust anybody. She's like, you can't trust anybody. You can't trust people. You've got to stop trusting people. You've got to stop, you can't trust people because people just manipulate and they're cruel and they're mean, and you've got to keep things to yourself, and you can't trust people. And I was just like, shit, fuck far. And in the back of my head, I was thinking, but you don't know me, and I can't not trust people like I trust people. And I was like, I'm going to fucking die because I trust people. What killed her? She trusts the wrong person and just fucking killed her, like. But anyways, so I'm watching this video because I'm sitting here and it's like, I don't know how to say this without crying, and I'm going to try to say it without crying, but it's like I really wanted to date and be with and attempt to build a life with this girl. And it makes me sick thinking about it and thinking about how bad I wanted it and how big of an appetite, I guess you could say, that I had for the whole situation and everything. And then when I've been through the turbulent mess of the relationships that I have been in, and I'm just sitting here for 5 fucking years waiting on my ex-husband to fucking divorce me already, and I haven't dated. I went out on a date with one guy like years ago, like 4 fucking years ago, man, and like, I was just like, this shit ain't working. And then I met her, and it's like when you meet somebody and when you fall in love, and I mean, and I was in love with my kid's dad, and I was in love with my husband, but I was more in love with my kid's dad, I ain't even gonna lie. And it's like now I'm more in love with this girl, and I hate to even say that because I don't want to be in love with her because she don't love me, I don't guess. And when you fall, like, I don't fall in love a lot, I guess is the best way to word it. And I mean fall, like in love, like butterflies in my stomach, like I'm fixing to throw up right now even talking about it because my nerves are shot. But I don't fall in love a lot. And granted, I don't get out a lot and I don't socialize a lot. But then again, it's like how much control have I had over my life, and all that. And I could have, ran away with my kid and went and stayed in a homeless shelter and got my license and got a job that way instead of trying to be respectful to my piece of shit family. But instead, I tried to be respectful to my piece of shit family. And so this is the life that it's got me, and this is the life that I've lived. And it's like right about now, it's like this girl, like, there's a few times that she said to me, she said she wished she was born a guy. And, like, for the first time in a really long time, it's like, that's what's going through my head right now is I'm like, couldn't I have just been born a fucking guy? Like, couldn't I have? Hush, please. And it's like my dad wanted a son any fucking ways. He raised me like a damn tomboy. I mean, I don't know what the hell this life's got in store for me or anybody. But anyways, so my phone's fucked up, right? The screen's cracked on my phone, okay? And the screen's even cracked on my phone because of this girl, because she texted me one night when she's like, leave me alone. And I was like, fine. And, that's the short version of it. I mean, she wasn't like that, but you might as well say it was. It was like that type of bullshit, It's like, leave me alone. And I'm like, fine. And so I could get off work, and I got a text message from her. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? You told me to leave you alone. I left you alone, damn it. So I took the fucking phone, and I threw it, and it cracked the damn screen on my phone. And ever since then, like, sometimes, and it's been here lately more since my phone's been fucked up for as far as memory and shit, but it's like the center of my phone is like, I'll go to scroll, and instead it'll tap on it, and it'll pull it up. And so it's been happening over the past, like, 3-4 days. I mean, it's happened occasionally because I busted my phone screen months ago, But it's happened a lot more over the past, like, few days and everything. And so I got done watching this video, this guy talking about marriage and, and how to know if it's time for you to date and all this shit and everything. And I'm saying shit because I'm mad because I don't know, like, if it's just a coincidence or what the fuck ever, if it's just YouTube fucking me over, or if it's just my life. And then I'm all about coincidences and signs and signals and shit. And that guy was talking about, signs and signals from God, and you're going to feel this way. And then I'm like, I know how I felt, and I didn't lie about it. And it all backfired and fucking fell apart right in front of my goddamn face. And I'm like, so apparently I just suck at everything and I can't do anything right. And so I get off that video and go back to my home screen, and right up under's an ad, and I go to scroll, to keep looking for stuff, and it ends up double clicking it. And of course it's about what is it? I don't even know if it's LGTB or I don't know what the fucking abbreviation is, because this is just all. But anyways, it's one of their little ads, and it's like, this woman was a teacher, and she lost her job because of who she fell in love with, and she married another woman, and she come from a generation of, like, it was like 5 generations of teachers, and she got fired from her job because she was a lesbian, or whatever. And then it's legal in 50 states to get married, but people can still discriminate in 31 states against you if you are. And that's like that friend that I worked with, that she's with her girlfriend, her partner, however I don't even know what terminology they would prefer or whatever. And I've had nothing against them or whatever. And I think it's fucking adorable and cute, and that they're so committed to each other. And they're more committed to each other than even any man and woman that I've fucking seen in a really long ass time. And it's like, um, I don't know. I don't even know what I was going to say. It's like my mind kind of went blank. Oh, that's what it was. Dealing with the ad and the commercial and about how people can discriminate against them and stuff. Um, so she's on my Facebook, and she was talking about her landlord and about how they moved in and they didn't sign a lease and all kinds of stuff, and how the landlords treated them bad, and they don't have heat, and they haven't had this and they haven't had that and everything. And I'm just like, holy shit, and I'm like, is that because? But then they live a more alternative lifestyle than I do or have or whatever. Like, I'm pretty sure that they do, like, they're just more, I don't know, they're more out there than I am on a personal level. And it's nothing against them. I don't have anything against them at all, like I said, or whatever. But just seeing that and that damn thing popping up right after, and then that guy talking about signs and signals, and I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me? And I'm like, I'm not going to talk to her. She told me to not talk to her. She told me to leave her alone. She put up a fucking thing where it's like, I hate you. And I'm like, okay. And I ain't looked at shit, and I'm not going to. And then people at my previous job, and we both worked at it, and she left, and I don't know what her deal is with jobs now or whatever. And I'm just sitting here, and people are like, please come back to work. Please come back to work. And she's one of the reasons that I kind of lost my goddamn mind the last few weeks I was there, is because she showed up with her damn dad, and I'm just like, why would you do that to me? You tell me to leave you alone, and I'm trying to. And I'm sorry that I can't. And I'm sorry that I wasn't willing to force myself to leave you alone at that point in time. But why did you do that? And what do you expect of me? And I know what I expect of me, and I know what I want to do and how I want to react, but you've made it clear that you don't want me to react the way that I want to. And so I'm not going to. And then I got bitched out by my fucking GM at the same damn night. You didn't say a word to me. Your dad didn't say a word to me. Your dad came in there when other shit was going on between us, arguing, still talking after I came and seen you, and you told me to leave you alone, and I tried to. And what the fuck? Like, I don't. Like, I really fell in love with you, and I don't even fucking know why, and I hate myself for it. Like, you've got me hating myself for it. Like, it's like you try to find people that you're alike with, but that you're also different from. You try to find somebody that you feel compatible with, and somebody that you also feel that things can be exciting because y'all are different. And you imagine and think of building your life with this person. And you can't do that with everybody. If you can do that with everybody, then there's something really fucked up with your mind. Because I've never been able to do that. I've had people that are great. I mean, just the best way to put it is they're great. Like, they had their shit together, or they at least seem to. And they'd have their shit together, they'd have their money together, they'd have their life together. They had a great relationship with their parents or what the fuck ever. And they would want to date me, and I wouldn't date them because I didn't like them. And I wanted nothing to do with them. And like, it was nothing against them. And then I've had people that I know would treat me emotionally well, and I'm so emotionally starved because the way my life has been. And then this whole shit with my dad and how controlling he is, and feeling like I know I've seen you before, and like not even knowing like if this is just some corrupt bullshit spun out of my dad's need for control. And I can't even talk to you about that. And I wanted to be able to talk to you about that and ask you about that, but you wouldn't even shut the fuck up about being mad at me. I don't know. It's like I said in my previous video, if you're a monster and you know you're a monster, then what should you do? And so if I'm a lesbian and being a lesbian is against God and it's wrong, then what should you do? And I'm not even saying that I know that I'm a lesbian. I'm saying that I know when I'm in love with somebody that I mean it. And I'm trying to not be, and I'm trying to allow myself to have crushes on other people and everything. But it just keeps circling back because that's the way it is when you're in love. And I'm like, God, can you just fucking kill me? Can you kill my brain? Can you kill my heart and my emotions? I'm tired of caring and I'm tired of hurting. And I don't even know, like, I mean, we might date one if we even got it off the ground and tried to date. We might date 1 week and I might be like, yeah, this ain't gonna work. Sorry, I actually thought, like, I mean, I don't know. But when it's inside you to do something, like, and you just want to feel that need of, like, that screaming, like, this is the one thing that you know to do in your life right now, and your whole fucking life is falling apart. And it's the one thing that you thought you knew to do, and you attempted to do it, and, like, and, like, make it come into fruition and everything, and then, like, it just, like, all brakes are thrown up, and it's like, no, and you're just like, okay. And so I'm just lost. Like, I don't know what the fuck to do. And then I'm all about signs and synchronicities and fucking shit like that, numerology. And that's the thing too, is there was even a fucking numerology page that when me and her became friends on Facebook, they commented on our shit. Like, they knew something was going on numerically or whatever. I was just like, are you fucking kidding me? I don't know. I'm just over it. Tired of hurting. I'm tired of crying. But it's like, why would that pop up, right after watching that, unless it was supposed to be a sign, But then my phone's fucked up and other shit's done that, and I've exited out of it. And I didn't exit out of this because I didn't want to, because I was just like, whatever. It's not gonna affect me if I watch it, I don't think. And of course it affected me. That's the reason I'm shooting a damn video. I mean, there is nothing more disheartening, I guess, in this life than for you to look at somebody and be like, in love with them, and be like, you like them, you think they're beautiful, you think a lot of them, you think highly of them, and then just to feel like they think that you're just like nothing. And I mean, like I've said, in my past, I've had people that have their shit together, but when it don't feel right, it don't feel right. And so if I don't feel right to her, for her, then I'll leave her alone. And I've been leaving her alone, and I haven't even looked at her shit, and I deactivated the fucking Facebook account, even though I was going to try to keep it. But whatever, I was like, I'll just set up another one whenever I want to, if I even care to, because right now I'm trying to figure out what to do with my most recent, because I only got two. I got one that's hanging around, that's like in dormant, like, or whatever, like it's just sitting there, like, I mean, I still get on it occasionally, but it's just some old shit dealing with my kid's dad. I don't know. All I can do right now is like I keep thinking in my head like of the movie Shutter Island. And like that's what he says at the end. He's like, "Would you rather live a monster or die a great man?" And he ends up choosing to die, like metaphorically speaking, die a great man instead of living as a known monster. It's like I said in the other thing, it's like if you knew you were bad, and so say you're gay, but everybody gay's bad, don't be gay. But then that's any sin. That's what I don't fucking understand. And that's where the hypocrisy comes in, because you can't tell me that men out here that watch fucking porn and masturbate and, watch fucking porn on the goddamn internet or even on the fucking TV, that they don't know that that's wrong and you're not supposed to do that. And yet they all, for the majority, like 99.999 fucking percent of them, do it. This world's going to hell in a handbasket, like my grandmother always said, and boy, she said it enough for it to be fucking true, so I might as well jump on the bandwagon too. I'm just going to end this video here. Anybody got anything to say or whatever, any comments, hit me up or whatever, and I'm going to let you go, and I'll catch you later.